Hello everyone. Welcome to final project for CS50's Introduction to Cybersecurity. My name is Deng Feng. I live in Sewanee, Georgia State, the United States of America. My edX ID is Feng Din Deng. My GitHub ID is dengfeng110320. This video was created on December 15, 2025. The topic I choose today is about securing systems, particularly zero-day attacks, end-day attacks. The real-world attack I include in this topic is a data breach at National Credit Information Center, CIC, of Vietnam, confirmed by the Vietnam Cyber Emergency Response Team on September 10, 2025, and ShinyHunters has claimed responsibility. Securing systems is crucial today for protecting sensitive data from theft, preventing costly data breaches, ensuring the continuity of business operations, and maintaining customer and public trust in a world with increasing reliance on digital technology. As cyber threats like ransomware, phishing, and malware grow in sophistication and frequency, robust security measures are vital for individuals and organizations to safeguard assets and maintain resilience. Vietnam, my home country, is a developing country where digital transformation program has launched since 2025, aiming at driving economic growth and improving public service. However, its infrastructure and IT expertise level are not proportionately developed. Furthermore, Vietnam is changing into a model of centralized governing where state organizations take fully control. This looks like they are putting all eggs into a basket. Explaining real-world failure in this topic not only for applying theory of lectures into practice but also giving recommendations to mitigate one-day or end-day vulnerabilities. The National Credit Information Center of Vietnam, CIC, is a public non-business organization directly under the State Bank of Vietnam. It is the only government-owned, centralized credit information repository that plays a critical role in the financial system in Vietnam. It collects, maintains, and disseminates credit-related data from banks, financial institutions, insurance companies, and other lenders. The data includes loan amounts, repayment histories, and personal identification information. This information is essential for credit risk assessment, lending decisions, financial inclusion, and systemic risk management in the country. The international hacker group, ShinyHunters, claimed responsibility for the attack. ShinyHunters is one of the most prolific and notorious cybercriminal groups of the past 5 years, responsible for a series of high-profile data breaches that have impacted hundreds of millions of users and some of the world's largest organizations. According to resecurity.com, ShinyHunters had claimed to exploit an end-day vulnerability, a known but unpatched flaw, in end-of-life software used by the CIC. Because the software was no longer supported, no security patches were available, leaving the system especially vulnerable. In the lecture, Professor David Malin mentioned to zero-day attacks on his lecture 2, one-day vulnerabilities or end-day vulnerabilities are more common than zero-day vulnerabilities because they don't require attackers to do the extensive research needed to uncover the flaw. End-day vulnerabilities are known vulnerabilities for which a patch or mitigation is available but hasn't yet been applied. The end-day term refers to the period between when the vulnerability is disclosed and when affected systems are patched. ShinyHunters may have used SQL injection method to exploit vulnerabilities in web databases to directly query sensitive data. ShinyHunters may have compromised public-facing servers, web server, API, of banks, if any of these had weak authentication, poor session token handling, outdated libraries, or deserialization vulnerabilities. ShinyHunters may have attacked administrator accounts, VPN access accounts, IT staff email accounts or partner who connects to CIC's system. CIC connects with banks, financial institutions, government agencies. If one of these partners had weaker cybersecurity, ShinyHunters could compromise a partner system and then access CIC via trusted channels. If CIC used cloud storage buckets, external data backups, remote management services, that misconfigurations, open ports, open buckets, weak ACLs, could expose large data volumes. Authorities have not confirmed this, but it is a common cause in large-scale breaches. Effective mitigation begins with a comprehensive patch management program supported by accurate asset inventories. Organizations should maintain up-to-date records of all hardware, software, and services, including versioning and support status. Patch prioritization should be risk-based, with critical vulnerabilities remediated within defined timeframes and tracked through formal reporting mechanisms. The continued use of end-of-life (EOL) software significantly increases exposure to end-day exploitation. Organizations managing sensitive data should establish policies mandating the timely replacement or isolation of unsupported systems. Where immediate replacement is not feasible, compensating controls such as network segmentation and strict access restrictions should be applied. Limiting exposure of systems to external networks is a fundamental defensive strategy. This includes disabling unnecessary services, restricting administrative interfaces, and ensuring that only essential systems are internet-facing. The use of web application firewalls and secure gateways can further reduce the likelihood of successful exploitation. Regular vulnerability scanning and external attack surface monitoring are essential for identifying unpatched weaknesses. Integrating threat intelligence allows organizations to prioritize vulnerabilities that are actively exploited in the wild. Periodic penetration testing by independent assessors can complement automated tools and provide deeper insight into systemic weaknesses. Strong access control mechanisms limit the impact of a successful exploit. Least privilege principles, multi-factor authentication for privileged accounts, and network segmentation between public-facing services and sensitive databases can significantly reduce lateral movement and data exfiltration risks. Technical controls alone are insufficient without effective governance. Clear assignment of responsibility for vulnerability remediation, executive-level oversight of cybersecurity metrics, and alignment with recognized standards such as ISO, IEC 27001 or NIST frameworks are critical. Incorporating cybersecurity risk into enterprise risk management ensures sustained attention and resource allocation. Finally, organizations should maintain and regularly test incident response plans. Tabletop exercises and simulations focused on vulnerability exploitation scenarios can improve coordination, reduce response times, and minimize the impact of real incidents. The alleged ShinyHunters attack on Vietnam's National Credit Information Center illustrates a broader and well-documented problem: the persistent exploitation of end-day vulnerabilities in critical information systems. Addressing this challenge does not require novel technologies but rather consistent application of established security practices supported by strong governance and accountability. For national-level data repositories, mitigating end-day vulnerabilities is essential to safeguarding sensitive information and maintaining public trust. By implementing disciplined patch management, reducing attack surfaces, enforcing access controls, and strengthening security governance, organizations can significantly improve their resilience against similar threats. Future research may focus on quantitative analysis of remediation timelines and their correlation with breach likelihood in critical infrastructure environments.